Do you want to feel like you had a great childhood? Then let me make you feel like that. And I know a whole lot of my viewers are still going through childhood. For some reason, most of them are not. So for this video, I want you to share this to the youngest person you know. And if that's 50 years old, then share it to somebody's nephew. And if you still know them, pass it down the family tree. And I don't know. Just tell them to share this video with someone you don't or do know that's a teenager or preteen, not a baby because they won't understand the concept of this video. But anyway, if you have a preteen or teen friend, tell them to watch this video. Or if you are a preteen and teen, watch this video so you feel like you have a good childhood because yeah, I'm gonna make my childhood look bad, and I'm gonna make my life look bad, and I want your lives to look good. But without further ado, and without more talking, I'm just gonna start the video. So, here you go. Okay, so I wake up at about 6 in the morning. Here's the thing that might make your childhood look bad. I woke up at 6 in the morning and have to get. No. I wake up at 7 in the morning. Yeah. So, all of you people that have to get to school at 7, I wake up at 7. So, yeah. But I have to get dressed up and ready and all that good stuff in an hour so I can leave for the bus at 8. Bus comes at around 8:15. Yeah, we're good on time. So now I'm at the bus. I'm talking to friends. I'm having a good time so far. And then I get on the bus and I have to write scripts and find time to write scripts for my videos. So I usually do that stuff on the bus. Imagine being a child, having a YouTube channel, and having to have the embarrassment of people looking at you weird and looking at all of your business when you have a YouTube channel, because you have a YouTube channel, and because you're just writing about random stuff in a notebook. You know how weird and embarrassing that is? But anyway, let's continue. So you're on the bus, and then the bus stops. The bus doesn't last long, so you don't get time to write an entire essay. I mean, you do, but you don't. So I'm at school. I get off the bus. I walk all the way to the back gymnasium entrance and take my computer out. I don't have a binder, so I guess they asked you to take the computer and binder out so the electric thing won't go beep. And so they'll actually know if it went beep because of that. Or because something else. I don't know. It's confusing me even saying this. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's confusing. Alright, I'll just move on. Okay. So I move past the line and I get in the gymnasium. Once you go into the gymnasium, they have a 6-year-old. They have a 6th grade stand area where you can go at. 7th grade sits on the other end of the 6th grade stand. And then there's me. And then there's 8th grade. 9th grade and 10th grade are somewhere else right now. So I'm in one of the stands. You don't get to know which one that is because I'm just not telling you. 9th grade and 10th grade also have their stand. I will tell you where later. So I am in one of the stands. 9th grade and 10th grade also include one of the stands I could possibly be in. So I'm standing in a stand, which is about 10 feet tall and no rails. Okay, most of the time you sit up there for games and stuff like that. And since young people don't have that much attention span, they would just get bored really quickly. Pull out the phone. Oh my god, there are holes in the stands. If you can drop a water bottle, a backpack. I could even go in there if I was a little bit smaller. These holes were like an inch or 2 or 3 inches. So when you came down, there were no holes you could grab onto, just a flat wall that you couldn't even grab onto, and you hope your sticky hands they're just naturally sticky, but your sticky hand, you just hope they'd hold you up. There was this big old box also you could hold on to. It was more like a circular box thingy. It was to where you could roll the basketball hoop back and forwards. I assume if you rolled it backwards, though, it would smack somebody in the face that was on the stands. Or maybe not, since when you were leaving, once I was leaving, there was nobody there where the basketball hoop was, because the basketball hoop was further up in the stands. And the people had already left by then. Why am I telling you all this information? I should just get on with the story. Anyway. So, I was just thinking, hope I don't fall down. And then before you get off or complete all of the steps to get down, the wall runs out. So now you're thinking, oh my god. One time I accidentally almost tripped. I caught my balance though, and there was no wall. There was no big box, there was no big machine to hold on to. Just a big fall to my demise. That would have been pretty cool. That would have pushed that school to add handrails. But again, these are movable stands. Like, they can be pushed back to form a big wall. Which is probably why they didn't have handrails. But that's dangerous. I don't want to go through that. So, I kind of just didn't do anything stupid when I went out to the hallways to go to my first period. I had this famous art teacher as my art teacher, and he made a beautiful painting for me. Not including it in this video because no, I just don't want to. There's literally nothing to it. I just don't want to. So I had art, now I have science. Science, we have 4 minutes to get to each classroom, and science sucks. Let me be honest with you, science is not the best. Cause this lady here, there are 3 boxes to fill in. There's what the compound contains. How many of each is in the compound? And what does the compound form? What substance does the compound form? Or what modern day name, not modern day, because science is not modern day language, I guess. What is the compound substance called? Because it's not called H2O. It's called something else. Pretty sure it's carbon dioxide. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's called something else. We didn't learn what the substances were called because we had never gotten over these specific compounds. Only one we had gone over was H2O. And we had not even really gone over that. We just used that one as an example, and they may have said something about that. But they didn't say it because it was going to be in a test. They just said it because they were covering other materials on this compound. So we had not learned any of the compound names. And she told me, this lady, when I did not fill in the compound actual names, she told me, you didn't even finish the potassium one. I had finished everything about the potassium one. I had even circled in the different elements of the compound. She was probably saying I didn't do that, but I did, and it was there, and she can see that because she's looking straight at it. And then she turns to another guy, which all he did differently was highlight it instead of circling it. And he was like, you can get candy and do whatever you want for the rest of the day, which was stupid. Okay, I already hate the science teacher because on the first day we were all loving. But they called the change of personality, that they call it, you got the roll down, or you got the understanding of leap of how this is supposed to go. Now we're actually finna act like this is school. So the niceness, the genuine, as it seems, the genuine hellos and how you doings, all that was not actual school. Because yeah, I understand we got the move of things now, but that's not. Okay, I got the mood of how things are gonna go, but you didn't have to change your personality. Because then what was the move of how things are gonna go if you aren't actually going to smile at all for the rest of the year? Like, what the heck? So then I got my third period. I made a video about entrepreneur class. He cursed out a couple of students already, and it's the 4th or 5th week of school already? I mean, come on. This makes me sick, genuinely. And then I have 4th period, which is just math. This teacher didn't actually come and teach our classroom until like the 2nd or 3rd week. And then all we've done in her class is just a basic go over, a turn and talk, a beginning of the year fun activity, and we have not done another one of those since. And basically multiple waygrounds. That's all we ever do. And glue a bunch of stuff on our journal when we didn't use our journal since we did that. That's all we ever did. And then now we're taking a beginning of the year test? Shut up! You gotta be kidding me. Be serious. Also, I'm looking at the time on this video, and I'm looking at it. I'm saying, I gotta bring this home and wrap this up. So for my 5th period, I have Elar. I have this friend named Joe. He's pretty hilarious. And he's cool. But I don't sit next to him. So screw you, Joe. You don't sit next to me. I don't even care about you anymore. You betrayed me. Stupid. Joe. Whatever. Then for 6th period, I have Jim. And they always be doing push-ups entirely too fast. I can't lift my ground off the bike. Let me show you live time without a camera how I do a push-up. So I'm getting in push-up position. I'm on the ground. Lift up. Oh my gosh. Okay, lift up. And then my stomach goes up automatically. My legs, none of that. My hips, that comes down after. Now without touching the ground. One of my arms popped and I'm tired and I'm ready to flop down. That's how I do a push-up. And they be doing it like 17, 18, 19, 20. No. Not all people do push-ups like that. Then we got Texas history. Somebody called her a nose Sherlock and boring all in one day. she seems like an overall nice teacher, and everybody has been like mean to her. Like what for her? Well, wait. That's about it for this video. I'm also doing other music songs like the chicken nugget song that I used to do a long time ago. I'm now doing like Piggy soundtrack themes, concepts. So I should pretty much be able to pair that up with some lyrics and be able to make some new songs for you guys. If you're out there and you're listening, you're more important than anything. Sometimes the world will be down. Just get back up. I know it's hard. The ones you should care about, you don't at all. No, they don't at all. They don't pick you up when you take a fall, but don't think that you're alone. There's others just like you all over the world. No matter what you're going through, I promise that it gets better. Feels like it won't get away, and you'll deal with this forever. But that is so far from the truth. You'll find all the answers inside you. Just follow your heart wherever it goes. Nobody else knows who you are inside until you find what makes you happy. That song was It Gets Better. I did not sing the whole song because no. It Gets Better by B Slick. Bye.